All right. Hello, JB. So the questions that you asked can't really be answered with tarot. I'm going to try, though. The second one, especially, I want to focus on right now. When will my husband get rehired from the very good job he was fired from? Now, I use Tea Leaf Tarot, which isn't like traditional tarot, and I pre-pulled, excuse me, before I got on here. So I pulled all these different cards and I put them together to try it, and it tells the story because I asked the question that you asked me to the cards. The first card that came out was marriage, which isn't talking about like love marriage. It's talking about the union that he has with the job. The next card that came out was dagger, which is fear, worries, tense situation. So I would take that's when he got fired. The next card that came out was skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. So in this deck, when you read the book, this card would basically what this says is your husband knows something that you don't know, pertaining to him getting fired. The next card that came out was throne, which is position of authority. So that I don't know why he got fired, but these cards make me feel like there's more to the reason of why he got fired than what he's telling you. The next card that came out was cup. You should take valid criticism. So again, this feels like he was talked to about something at work. I kept pulling. I pulled 3 more for you, trying to get a month that come out. You have chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. We're applying this to his job. Beetle, good luck, good fortune, and June. So when I first read these questions, when I opened up your message, the first thing that I heard in my head was, is he going to get hired back? Like, what if he doesn't even get hired back? And after pulling out these cards, I'm not really quite sure if he is going to get hired back. Because when I look at these 3 cards, it makes me feel like someone else took his position with the chair filled card. But in June, there's going to be good fortune coming towards him. And it might be a new, better job, or it might be this job. But that is the information that I can give you off of your second question. I know it wasn't a set in stone answer, and I don't think it ever could be, because tarot is simply loose guidance. Energy is always flowing and changing, especially due to free will. But at this current time in space, this is the information that I can bring forward to you about his job. So now, let me put these here for now. We'll go back to traditional tarot. I had asked you for question number 1, what field major should I focus on? Child development, elementary education, or social work? So that's good. I have 3 to choose from. So now what we do from there is how would JB Rivera work out in child development? Thank you. Thank you. You got the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups came out with the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This says that you would probably more than, if you entered into this field, studied this field, there would be big changes in the 3D. Excuse me, but I feel like those changes would be good. It ultimately would bring you financial stability with the 4 of Pentacles there. And it seems like you would make really good connections along the way as well. This is for the long haul. This particular child development with 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this would, if you went towards that path, it would bring you long-term success. Looking at the backstory. Yeah, Hierophant and Wheel of Fortune. But it's something that you would have to, it feels like it's a lot of work. It would be a lot of work for you, but it would be very rewarding in the end. All right, now, elementary education. How would that job work out for JB Rivera if she invested herself in elementary education? Thanks. That would work for you too. 3 of Pentacles. That's more of a group effort, like collaboration. So with the first, with child development, that might be like, how do I want to word this? Like, you are more in control. Like what you say, like the things that you would, contract for the day that you're going to do, throughout your day in your class, person, whatever that is. It seems like it would be more just like you calling the shots. In the second one that you chose, elementary education, it's more of a collaboration. So it would definitely be like teamwork every day, more than one, like multiple people coming in together all the time. So if that's something that you would like, then I would suggest that would be a good path for you to take as well. Let's look at the backstory. Again, it would be good success. The first one feels like it would be harder for you to get into. The second one, looking at the backstory, seems more effortless and flowing. It also looks like you would have more more doors opening for you, which makes sense because of all the collaboration with the elementary education. Now let me ask how social work would work out for you, JB Rivera. Thank you. Three of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Wands, Temperance in reverse. Okay, I wouldn't go for the social worker. That's not for you. When Temperance is upright, it represents alignment, it represents peace and healing, and usually it's a platform that is created to get you where you need to go. When the Temperance card comes out in reverse, I just have to say it doesn't feel good. I would say no, this isn't for you. What it feels like is you have a very big heart and you have good big emotions that go with that. You care a lot about everybody, especially children, and I think that this would haunt you. I think this kind of work would be hard for you to ground yourself at the end of the day. I'm just going to go with haunting because it feels like an energy that stays stuck on you. And you'd be bringing your work home with you and it would fester and stay with you. That's the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is, look at, he's like all tied up in the yarn ball. It's Nine of Wands is like, I'm really tired. I'm feeling weak. I have to keep pushing. I have to keep going. You know, it's like always looking over your shoulder because there's something new and more coming. It feels like you'd be very overwhelmed energetically and emotionally if you were to take the social work path. Justice, Nine of Cups, Five of Cups, Hermit, and the Emperor. This is what it feels like. You would see so much horror, but they're only going to give you 3 tools to use. So what are you going to do with all that horror when you've only got 3 tools? Oh, look, one just broke. When you need like 15 tools just to even touch it. That's what it feels like. It just feels like you'd be exposed to a lot of things and not being able to make the huge impacts that your heart sees and knows should be happening in these situations. I'm all worked up over that. Oh my God, that hurts my heart. So I think that excuse me, if you want to be more solo and add your own personal touch to your work, the first choice, child development would be good for you. If you are more hands-on and teamwork and collaboration and having lots of doors and opportunities for you, the second choice, the elementary education would definitely be good for you. Now the third one, am I meant to be with my husband? Is JB Rivera meant to be with her husband? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, cards going this way and cards going that way. Let's have a look. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Queen of Swords. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck is conversation. It's usually back and forth. It also could represent the energy of like life picking up, like life is, getting going, like when they say, oh, life's coming at me fast, kind of feels like that. You got these 3 cards, which are all swords. Excuse me. The Moon, 3 of Swords, Temperance, Empress, 5 of Pentacles. So the backstory, the Moon and the 3 of Swords, this talks about things that are done behind the scene. The Moon is things that you can't see, all right? So, and the 3 of Swords around you, that just kind of feels like suspicion, like you're not sure if you can trust him. Let's look at this 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is usually like just very uncomfortable. It's painful. It kind of feels like betrayal, heartache type energy. Underneath the Moon is the 5 of Cups, which is disappointment and sadness. So I don't know if you've had issues with him in the past, but that's what that looks like. And then Temperance and the Empress is you trying to better your relationship with him or waiting for it to turn around and get better. But the 5 of Pentacles, it just leaves you in lack. So if you feel like you're lacking in the relationship, that's the backstory. The cards that come out is you see the truth. 2 of Swords is a card of being stuck. It's in the middle of the road. It's at a crossroads. Doesn't really know what to do. And then 4 of Swords is overthinking. It's constantly thinking about the same thing over and over again. 4 of Swords sometimes represents a time and space of peace. Like, think meditation. Think taking a nap. Like, taking a break. Resting yourself, okay? Queen of Swords sees the truth. Queen of Swords is kind of jaded. What does jaded mean? Like when you're tired of life because it's just, all right? She sees the truth in everything. See the clouds, how they're behind her. If clouds are in front of you, it's usually clouded, all right? So she doesn't have clouded judgment. So I hate to say this, but the cards are saying to you, you know the answer to this already. And I will go further and say, if you have to ask this question, then I think that you know the answer. But looking at the backstory, it just looks like pain. It looks like not getting what you want, feeling uncomfortable, being uneasy, being in your head a lot, and lacking with the Five of Pentacles there. All right, girl, that's what I have for you, and I hope that this helps. I'm going to stop this here.